Strength in surrender. Picture this. You're holding on so tightly. Control feels like your lifeline. But what if that grip is the very thing keeping you stuck? What if the secret to rising above it all wasn't in the struggle, but in surrender? Let's explore 7 Stoic principles that will redefine how you rise above life's challenges. Envision this scene. You're clinging to the edge of a cliff. The jagged rocks below loom ominously, yet the tighter you cling, the more your fingers sear with pain as your strength rapidly ebbs away. Panic takes over. What do? Just then, a whisper in your mind suggests the unthinkable. What if letting go is the only way to survive? This is where many of us find ourselves in life, clinging to control, consumed by fear of the unknown. But what if I told you the secret to thriving lies not in fighting harder, but in surrendering smarter? The Stoics, masters of resilience and wisdom, understood this paradox. Discover 7 Stoic secrets that reveal how surrendering can lead to unimaginable strength, clarity, and success. Accept what you cannot control. Imagine a storm at sea. The waves rise like mountains, crashing mercilessly against a small ship. The captain knows the storm cannot be tamed. He has 2 choices: resist the storm and risk capsizing, or adjust the sails, working with the wind to ride it out. The Stoics teach us that much of life is like that storm, beyond our control. Trying to fight it drains our energy, leaving us powerless. Instead, surrendering to the reality of the situation allows us to respond wisely. Marcus Aurelius captured this in his journal. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Acceptance isn't defeat, it's a strategy. Concentrate your energy on what you can control, your actions and your perspective. This will help you conserve your resources for the things that truly matter. To thrive, first surrender to the realities of your situation, then take command of your own path forward. Detach from outcomes. In ancient Rome, a renowned general stood on the eve of battle. He felt the heavy weight of victory pressing on him. The stakes were colossal. His very life hung in the balance, as did the future of his army and the honor of his nation. But in a moment of clarity, he let go of the outcome. Instead of obsessing over victory, he poured all his energy into strategy and preparation, surrendering the rest to fate. The next day, his army triumphed. Stoicism teaches us that attachment to outcomes is a trap. When we fixate solely on outcomes such as success, approval, or recognition, we risk overlooking the true essence of what matters, the process itself. By surrendering attachment to the end result, we free ourselves to give our best effort, unburdened by fear of failure. Imagine what you could achieve if you weren't afraid of failing. Detachment is not the same as indifference. Rather, it is the brave choice to concentrate on the process, rather than fixating on the end result. Amor, Fati, love your fate. Marcus Aurelius experienced personal tragedy repeatedly, losing children, facing betrayals, enduring illness. But instead of resenting his fate, he embraced it. He called this philosophy Amor Fati, or love of fate. This doesn't mean passively accepting bad things. It means welcoming every experience, good or bad, as necessary for your growth. Marcus wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." When you stop resisting life's challenges and start loving them, you turn pain into wisdom, struggle into strength, and chaos into clarity. Surrendering to fate doesn't make you weak. It transforms you into a force of nature. Reframe your perspective. Epictetus was born a slave, living a life defined by hardship and limitation. Yet instead of viewing his circumstances as a curse, he saw them as the foundation for his philosophy. He couldn't change being a slave, but he could change how he perceived it. Over time, this perspective led him to freedom, both physical and mental. Life often throws us into situations we cannot control, but the Stoics teach us that perspective is always ours to command. What if the obstacles in your path are not roadblocks but stepping stones? What if surrendering to your reality doesn't mean giving up but leaning in? This shift in mindset is a superpower. By reframing challenges as opportunities, you tap into potential you never knew existed. Release control of others. Imagine a sculptor working with marble. The instinct might be to force the stone, chiseling harder and faster to shape it into their vision. But the sculptor learns that true artistry lies in working with the stone's natural grain, not against it. The Stoics believed the same about life. We cannot control others, only ourselves. Trying to mold someone else's actions or opinions is like trying to carve a mountain with bare hands. It's futile and draining. Peace comes when we surrender the urge to control and instead focus on refining our own character. This surrender isn't weakness, it's the foundation of stronger relationships, deeper trust, and lasting personal growth. Embrace the present moment. Imagine a traveler stranded at an airport, overwhelmed by delays and frustrations. They have two options: stew in anger or savor the moment. They choose the latter, finding a cozy corner, diving into a good book, and striking up a conversation with a fellow traveler. By the end of the day, they've gained a new friend and unexpected joy. The Stoics teach that the present moment is all we ever truly have. Obsessing over the past or worrying about the future robs us of the one moment where we exist, the now. Surrendering to the present moment isn't resignation, it's empowerment. When you let go of the distractions that divert your attention from the present moment, you uncover a reservoir of tranquility and potential in your current surroundings. Find freedom in discipline. Seneca practiced what he called voluntary discomfort. He would sleep on the floor, wear simple clothes, or fast, not out of necessity, but to remind himself of what he could endure. This practice freed him from the fear of loss or hardship. Discipline is often misunderstood as restriction, but Stoicism reveals its hidden power. When you surrender to a discipline, whether it's a routine, a goal, or a practice, you gain freedom from chaos, indecision, and fear. Discipline doesn't confine you, it liberates you to live with purpose. By gaining mastery over yourself, you open the door to a life filled with strength, clarity, and abundance. Conclusion. Surrender isn't weakness, it's strength in disguise. The Stoics understood that letting go isn't about giving up, it's about opening up to the possibilities of life. Now it's your turn. This week, try one of these Stoic practices. Accept something you've been resisting. Let go of an outcome you've been clinging to, or fully immerse yourself in the present moment. In doing so, you will uncover the transformative power of surrender for yourself. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your reflections in the comments below. Your insights could spark inspiration and help others embrace Stoic principles in their lives. For more ancient wisdom to help you thrive in today's world, don't forget to subscribe. And always remember, true strength isn't found in resistance, but in the courage to surrender.